Small sewing space? No problem. Today I'm showing you my beginner-friendly sewing cart setup. Perfect if you want to organize your sewing supplies, save space, and grab what you need fast. This entire 3-shelf rolling cart is budget-friendly and is perfect for small spaces or anyone who's short on room but wants big results. I'll walk you through how I organize my tools, fabric, and fat quarters so you can create your own sewing space setup today. No fancy bins needed, just simple, affordable solutions that work. Messy pile of fabrics equals chaos. Organized rolling cart equals calm and ready to sew. Why this cart setup works. I know how overwhelming it can feel when you're starting out and don't have a lot of space. That's why I'm showing you how one cart can be just as useful as several carts of bins or boxes. It keeps my most used tools and fabrics in one spot so I never waste time searching. This setup is beginner friendly because there are no complicated systems, just grab and go. And all the pink containers came from Dollar Tree. It's also small space approved because when I'm done, I just roll it out of the way. On the top shelf are my sewing tools. This top shelf is like prime real estate. It's where I keep the tools I grab constantly. The trick is keeping them visible, grouped by how you use them and stored in one shallow layer so nothing hides or gets buried. Here's a bowl of templates. No more digging. They sit upright and ready to grab. These are scissors, marking pencils, point turner, and seam gauge, all in one scallop container, tips down so you can pinch and grab instantly without poking your hand. Round thread stand. Keep several colors ready. No more opening random spools or digging in drawers. The first platter is a seam ripper with the sharp end turned away for safety, thread snips, measuring tape, rotary cutter, and ruler. Group cutting and measuring tools nearby for quick access. The second platter has pre-wound bobbins in bobbin case, pin cushion, fabric clips, and pins. Pins and clips are separated for safety and speed. The top shelf equals my high priority tools. If you grab it often, it belongs up top. Organized for speed plus visibility. Tools are separated into small groups so you can grab exactly what you need without shuffling. It's beneficial because it saves time, prevents accidents, and makes sewing feel smooth instead of frustrating. Fun fact: did you know that people who organize their sewing supplies spend up to 30% less time searching for tools and fabric? That means more time sewing and less time saying, "Where's my seam ripper?" On the middle shelf is fabric storage. The middle shelf is all about fat quarters, which are pre-cut pieces of fabric that measure approximately 18 inches by 22 inches, and fabric storage. I store fat quarters sideways by their folded edge like a spine facing outward so you can see every color at a glance. You can group fat quarters by color family or print vibe like pastels, brights, neutrals, or whatever arrangement you prefer. You can use the pinch and pull method to select those you like to work with without disturbing the stack. Middle shelf tips. Visibility is everything. When fabrics are stacked flat, the bottom ones are forgotten. Standing them sideways keeps every piece in sight. You can organize by color if you'd like. When colors are grouped together, you can plan projects faster and feel more inspired. It's beneficial because there's no more fabric avalanche when pulling one piece. Just slide out the one you want. If you're finding these organization tips helpful and you love more beginner-friendly sewing tips, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ow! Ow! Fun fact: sewing pros say keeping tools visible and within arm's reach can cut your project time in half. A rolling cart setup like this turns wasted minutes into productive sewing time. On the bottom shelf are unused fabrics and prep zone. The bottom shelf is for bulk, unused folded fabrics, or fabrics for upcoming projects. Keeping the heavy items down low makes the cart stable when it rolls and keeps the workspace clean. Bottom shelf tips. Lower shelf equals weight stability. Heavy fabrics keep the cart balanced and safe. Bulk storage. Perfect for bigger cuts of fabric you're not using immediately. It's beneficial because it keeps the cart from tipping and your sewing area clutter-free. My favorite hack: I can turn part of this shelf into a project prep zone. I can keep one small bin, Dollar Tree again, with fabric and thread for my next project. When I'm ready to sew, I just grab the bin, no searching, no stress. Fun fact: The average sewist owns 5 pairs of scissors but usually only knows where one pair of them is. Keeping supplies in one organized cart saves you from the scissor scavenger hunt. Dollar Tree finds and budget-friendly hacks. The best part? This whole system costs under $15. Pink platters, bowls, and containers, all from Dollar Tree. And I found them in the catering supply section. The basket for the prep zone was in the plastic section. And you can customize them to your sewing projects. Why this matters. Organizations shouldn't cost more than your fabric. Affordable containers work just as well as pricey bins. When you upgrade later, you can repurpose these containers for scraps or notions. It's day 10 and still no sign of my scissors. If anyone has seen them, please contact Sewing Room Security immediately. Recap. So here's the breakdown. Top shelf equals essential tools. Grab fast, stay visible. Middle shelf equals fat quarters / fabrics, organized fabrics plus fat quarters or other fabrics. Bottom shelf equals unused fabrics plus prep zone, weight down low, next project ready. You don't need expensive bins, but here's a quick comparison. This platter from Dollar Tree was $1.25. Amazon sells something similar for $12.99. For beginners, stick with Dollar Tree for containers, but if you're storing multiple bobbins, Amazon specialty cases can be worth it. Quick question, would you rather have more tool storage or more fabric space on your sewing cart? Comment below, I'd love to know. Confidence builder. You don't need the perfect sewing room or the fanciest tools to succeed. All you need is one small step at a time, one stitch, one project, one organized cart that moves you forward. You're already doing amazing just by showing up and learning. You've got this. If you could pick one area of sewing to get more tips on, like fabric storage, tool organization, or beginner-friendly projects, which one would help you the most right now? Drop your answers in the comments. If you like this setup and want more sewing organization plus beginner-friendly tips, hit like and subscribe to my channel. I'm excited for what's next.